7 quick and easy one pot meals so that food gets ready quickly and there are lesser dishes to wash. And welcome to Sugar Spice Nice. My name is Shweta and in this video I'm sharing with you 7 one pot meal recipes which are good for lunch, for dinner or sometimes even for snacks. Now I had each of these meals for 7 days of the week and I have to say they did help me reduce my burden of doing the dishes and also help save a lot of gas because you're cooking a whole meal in just one pot. So without further ado, let me just share with you all of these meals. Let's begin with this Shahi Pulao. It's got a lot of whole spices, almost feels like biryani rice, and I absolutely love it for an indulgent yet easy one pot meal. In terms of veggies, for this I use onion and I chop some like this and some into long slices, some tomato pieces, some ginger garlic and some dry fruits. I'm using cashews and raisins. And I also use paneer, whole spices and of course rice. I start by heating some oil in a pot and frying these cashews till they are about brownish golden like this, and then the raisins until they are like a little fluffed up, and then the longer sliced onions until they are brown like this. In the same pot then add some ghee and I also add a bay leaf and an inch of cinnamon, cloves, peppercorns, cardamom, star anise and saute these well. Then the chopped onions and I wait till it becomes a bit translucent, and then the ginger garlic till it's fragrant. I also add a few cumin seeds here and saute them nicely before adding the tomato, and I give them a couple of minutes to blend with everything else in the pot and then add the rice, some salt and a few strands of saffron and let this cook. Once that's done, I add some chopped coriander, some pieces of paneer and the cashews, raisins and onions that we fried before. The paneer is just raw. And that is really it for the Shahi Pulao. It's got a lovely flavor from the whole spices and the fried cashews and onions add a very nice texture and taste, and the raisins give it that little extra sweet and sour kind of zing, and it's filling, it's yummy, it's basically everything nice in just one bowl. Now this is a dish that helps me fulfill my noodles or outside food cravings. It's this cheesy vermicelli, and for this I use a good amount of veggies. Some chopped tomatoes, carrots, spinach, corn, capsicum and a chili. You can add any veggies of your choice. I take a pan and heat some oil and butter together, and first I saute the tomatoes. I wait till they soften a little bit and then I add all the veggies except capsicum, since I like my capsicum to be a little crunchy. To this I add some salt and some red chili powder and cover and let them cook for a few minutes. After a while I add the capsicum and also some oregano and basil. This is optional, but I like to add a bit of lime and sugar as well. Mix this really nicely and keep it aside in a bowl, and in the same pan I'm boiling some water and cooking the vermicelli. I also add a bit of salt and oil while cooking the vermicelli so that they don't stick to each other. Once the water has dried off, add all the veggies that we kept aside and mix them in very nicely with the vermicelli. And now comes the good part, the cheese. I like to take some cream cheese. Here I have the Amul one and add a generous tablespoon to the vermicelli. You can add more if you like or less, just how you like it. And just make sure you're mixing the cheese and the vermicelli and the veggies really well. Otherwise you'll have these blobs of cheese in the middle of eating. And then this is ready. Serve this warm and you're assured of a healthy yet yummy version of cheesy goodness. The veggies add a lot of crunch. There's a good amount of flavor from the herbs and the cheese, and overall this is one of my favorites. Next, let's move to a comfort meal, sambar and rice in one pressure cooker. It's kind of but not exactly like sambar flavored khichdi. For this, I soak some rice and some tur dal and get whatever veggies I have. So today I just have onions, tomatoes and carrots. Otherwise, you can add whatever veggies you enjoy in your sambar. Start by heating some ghee in a cooker and then add some mustard seeds and let them crackle, and then add a chili. Then I add the onions and wait till they're translucent, and some curry leaves and then the tomatoes. I wait till the tomatoes soften a little bit and then add some hing and sambar masala and mix this really well. Give it a few minutes till the masala is aromatic, and then add the dal. Again mix and then add the rice, and at this point I also add the veggies. So here today I just have the carrots, so I'm just adding those. And then I just top up with a few spices: salt, turmeric, red chili powder and some more sambar masala and water. I like to keep this quite watery, so I add plenty of water, and I give this less whistles as compared to khichdi, as I don't want it going completely mushy. Once I open the cooker, I add some tamarind water and a little bit of sugar. You can skip it if you don't want that slight sweetness in your sambar, but I kind of like it, so I add some. And here I also add some more sambar masala. I give this one good boil, and this is exactly the texture I like. So the rice is quite whole but the dal is mashed, and it doesn't feel too gooey but feels like a really nice comforting bowl of sambar and rice. Serve this hot and it's a beautiful meal all by itself. Maybe with a little bit of papad on the side wouldn't be too bad. Next is a good bowl of soup, and this is great for days when you want a rather healthy but a slightly lighter meal option, especially dinner. For this I use some carrots, some tomatoes, a little bottle gourd or lauki, some onion and garlic. You can also add spinach, beetroot, pumpkin, whatever veggies you have and you like in your soup. I take a pressure cooker and heat a little bit of oil, and to that I add a bay leaf. And once the oil is fragrant, I throw in the onions and also the rest of the veggies. Give them a really good stir, add some water and some salt, and let this pressure cook for about 5 to 6 whistles. And once that's done, I blend it all with a hand blender. I don't strain this soup, so all the fiber is intact and hence it feels a lot more filling as a meal. And honestly, it also gets a nice thickish consistency. And do you see this gorgeous color of the soup? This is all thanks to the carrots, so make sure you're adding some in yours as well. Lastly, I add some pepper and give the soup a good stir, and then it's basically ready. I love having my soup in these soup mugs. They're large and easy to carry around and fit quite a good quantity of soup. I'll leave a link to these bowls in the description box in case you want to check them out. Now this is something that can be had as a standalone dish or even as a sabzi with parathas. We all have our style of enjoying macaroni, and this is mine, full desi style. For this, first in a pot I add some macaroni in boiling water and let it cook. And once that's done, I just run it through some cold water, put some oil on it and keep it aside so that it doesn't stick to each other. Then I take the same pot and heat some oil in it and saute some chopped onions. Let them turn pink and also add a chili. Then I add some chopped tomatoes and cook them for a few minutes. Then some chopped ginger garlic and stir that really well. Then add a little bit of water to it, and I also add the spices, some red chili powder, coriander powder, garam masala. And I also add a blob of butter and basically let this cook while it's covered. And after a few minutes I also add a bit of ketchup to it for that nice sweet and sour taste. And then finally throw in the macaroni. You can top up more masalas at this point. Basically stir all of this well so that the macaroni is nice and coated with that gravy, and cover it so everything is blended well. After a while I open and adjust the salt and stuff, and you can also add a pinch of sugar here to balance out all the flavors, and of course sprinkle some coriander leaves for that extra desi touch. So this is my masala macaroni. It's filling and fulfilling, and honestly I would pick this over any fancy pasta or noodles. It's got a delicious flavor that I absolutely love. A healthy option that I've been loving of late is dalia. You can make so many things with it, but my favorite is this dalia upma. This is honestly a great option for breakfast, lunch or dinner. It's filling and tasty and really quick. When I'm making this for lunch, I love to add a lot of veggies in it. So here I have carrots, peas, tomatoes, capsicum, and some curry leaves and chili. And of course, you need dalia. For this, it doesn't need to be roasted. In a cooker, I heat some ghee and add some hing, and then I add some mustard seeds. And after they crackle, I add the curry leaves and chili. Then I just add in all the veggies and saute them for a couple of minutes, and then the washed dalia. Mix everything well, add some salt, water, and I like this to be a little moist, so I add quite a bit of water. And then pressure cook for 4 to 5 whistles, and once it's done, top it with some coriander and add some lemon if you like it. And that is really it for this dish. I make it exactly like how I make upma, and it turns out really nice. It's healthy, warm, comforting, like one of those meals that makes you feel really good inside. Now this is a quick one-pot pulao recipe. It's much more simpler as compared to the first one, and perfect for when you're in an absolute hurry and yet need something with veggies and filling. So here I'm taking some peas, some carrots and some cauliflower, and this is just what I had in my fridge, but you can take whatever veggies that you like when they are boiled. And just soak your rice for a little bit while you prep for this. Start by heating ghee in a pot, and once it's hot, add a bay leaf and a few cloves, and let this mix well with the ghee until it's nice and fragrant, and then add the chopped veggies. We let the veggies and the rice boil together, so mix them nicely with the ghee and then add the rice. Add some water, some salt, and let everything boil, and you have to let the water boil off completely, and once that's done, this pulao is basically ready. I usually don't add any masalas or spices to this. I kind of like the simple taste of just the boiled veggies and rice, but you can add some masalas if you like it that way. And for me, this pulao goes really well with some green chutney or some raita. So here I'm having it with some bhindi raita on the side, and this is a quick yet filling dish. So I hope you guys enjoyed these 7 one-pot meal recipes. If you liked the video, then you know what you have to do. Hit that like button, share the video with your friends and family, and also subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to see more videos on cooking, recipes, or just have any specific requests, then make sure you leave that in the comments below, and I'll try and film that for you. And I will see you in another video really soon. Bye!